Dwayne Wade finally claps back at Paul Pierce for just running his mouth, talking about he's better than him. Dwayne Wade was on Dan Lebatard's show. Great interview. Shout out to these guys for the interview. They spoke about a lot, his upbringing, his career, stuff that he's learned, what's next. But the highlight of the interview was him addressing Paul Pierce for the first time. So take a listen to what he had to say, and then we're going to come back and react. Before we play the clip, please like the video and subscribe to the channel.
I've learned that Paul Pierce is a jackass, and I'm wondering, have you ever wanted to just tell Paul to shut the up?
Very subtle, very subtle.
Well, listen, rent is expensive in America, and I'm living rent-free right now, so let them keep going. I like living rent-free.
But it is. No, Dwayne, but the part that is funny, you don't have to say it for anybody, but the idea that while you were playing, that you would figure out, okay, I lost to Boston's big three, and I just had 50 points a game, and I can't get past them. This is never going to happen to me again. Paul, I'm going to build a better version of that, and I'm going to win with that, and I'm going to decimate the end of your career and run the Celtics and run the Celtics off the road. And part of it we're going to do with Ray as well. And how great is that going to be? That's forever. Paul will know that forever, that while he was at the Vegas spa celebrating his one championship, you came for all it and took it.
This is why I love you guys. This is why I love the media, this part right here. It's documented. I don't need to say anything. Everything is documented. So I'll let you guys go ahead and talk about all that stuff. It sounds better coming from y'all than me. I'm done playing a game of basketball. I'm not comparing myself to someone who's not playing the game or who's playing the game. That's not my challenge anymore. But I like how you said that, Dan. I did do that. I did make sure that at the Boston. Hey, listen, it was when I came up the court, it was four dudes just looking at me in that series like, what you gonna do? I just had to shoot. And so I was like, never again. You won't get me like this again.
It's what you did. You got pissed off and you said, LeBron,
yeah.
LeBron, let's run the league for a while and Chris will come too and it'll be kind of great. That's how it came together, is it not?
Everyone acts like we are the ones who did this. Maybe we're the ones as players who decided to, come together. But organizations was trying to figure this out, right? And so it was our time, and we had our time. And I got tired of that. LeBron got tired of that, I'm sure. That's why we decided to get together. When you're coming up the court and you got 4, 5, 6 dudes, even the coach looking at you, calling all your moves and plays out, leaving guys open, you don't want to do that as a great player. And so I went and got my Avengers.
All right, so y'all heard Dwayne Wade. I will say this. We've just witnessed the difference between someone who thinks that he's the better player of the two versus someone who knows for a fact that he is the better player. Let's look at this situation. Paul Pierce, every chance he gets, goes out there, starts yelling at people. Yeah, man, if you gave me this, if you gave me that, if my players were in their primes, I didn't play with no one until KG. He was old. If I had Shaq, if I had LeBron and Chris Bosh, I would be doing this, sitting on how many championship, and the list goes on, right? Versus Dwayne Wade, the better player, knows it, very calm, went out there and he said, yeah, man, this is why I love the media. It's all documented, I don't have to say anything. I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm not chasing or comparing myself with anyone else's career. I'm not playing the game no more. That's the behavior that you have when you know that you dominate. When you know for a fact that you're the best, you don't have to run around and yell it at people. You just don't. For example, if you take a look at the GOAT debate, I'm a LeBron guy. I love LeBron, man. I would defend him to death. But I hate the fact that he's running around telling people he's the GOAT. If you compare that to Michael Jordan, every time you're asking him about the GOAT debate, he just says, man, it's not fair to compare errors. I'll let the people decide. That's the type of behavior you have when you are pretty sure and you are at peace and confident about what you accomplished compared to anyone else's. And here we can clearly see that's Dwayne Wade and not Paul Pierce. Now what's going to be interesting is that given, the bravado that Dwayne Wade had and what we've seen about Paul Pierce will probably respond to this. This won't go anywhere, They're just talking basketball at the end of the day, and I'm pretty sure they both have respect for each other. But I cannot wait to see what Paul Pierce has to say and how does he clap back at this, because I feel like Paul Pierce has been running his arguments to the ground already, so it's going to be complicated to swing people's opinion. Although I haven't seen that many people who believed in Paul Pierce being the better player in the first place. I'm one of those guys who think that Dwayne Wade is clearly the better player. I actually like Paul Pierce. I feel like he's being way too much disrespected because that man was the truth for a reason. Like he was legit, but he's not Dwayne Wade in my opinion. Dwayne Wade was the most efficient and the better two-way player, also the better leader. Also, if you look at their individual accomplishments, they are slightly better than Paul Pierce, despite all of the super teams and all that stuff that they both had. And even when they had a super team, Dwayne Wade got 2 rings, Paul Pierce got 1. Although, LeBron versus KG is not the same, but still. Anyways, we're going to close the video right here. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, get in the comment section, give me your thoughts, who you got as the better player, what happens next, what Paul Pierce will say, should he actually respond. Appreciate you guys for checking me out, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.